Hey everyone, finish watching the next SPD episode, Beginnings Part 2. The Rangers are fighting those robots from the last episode and find themselves surrounded. They morph, and Sky is upset to see he's not red. Jack and Z come back to help them. Together, as a team, they successfully overpower the robots and drive them away. Commander Kruger arrives at the scene and takes in Jack and Z. He gives them the choice to either remain in prison or join SPD. Z agrees to join SPD and meets with the B Squad Rangers. Sky is reluctant to work with her. In deep space, we see the villain, Emperor Grum, torturing the robot. He crushes him into scrap, and almost immediately another identical robot takes its place. Back on Earth, Jack is still in a cell, trying to find a way out. Just as he manages to pop open a window, a robot dog shoots him down. Z comes in to give him some food. She tries to convince Jack to join SPD, but Jack stubbornly refuses. The Rangers talk about the robots they fought with Kruger. He knows what they are. He suspects they must be looking for something. The B Squad, along with Z, are sent to a dump to look for anything suspicious. Bridge uses his telepathic ability to see that the robots, the Crybots, were indeed there earlier searching for something. Z suddenly recalls the metal thing Jack threw away. Back in Jack's cell, he sees smoke from outside, and the robot dog shoots the lock off his cell. He runs down a hallway and finds the source of the smoke. The robot dog uses a fire extinguisher on it. It turns out it's just Boom testing out a fireproof suit. Jack and Boom introduce themselves and talk for a while, and Jack tells them that he turned down Kruger's offer to be a ranger, and Boom says he'd love to be a ranger, but he flunked out of the academy. But they saw potential in him and made him a gadget weapons tester. Meanwhile, the Rangers find the metal thing Jack threw away. They argue over what they should do with it. Some want to take it straight to SPD, others are curious about what it is. Eventually, they settle on they're going to go see what it is for themselves. They take it to a guy Z knows, Piggy, who may know something about it. It turns out he does know what it is, but their conversation is interrupted by the robot Bluehead. In the confusion, Piggy swipes the metal thing, a proton accelerator. Jack is with Kruger. He sees Z in danger over SPD's monitors and wants to help her. Bluehead releases the Crybots, and Jack arrives to help with his own morpher. He's the Red Ranger, much to Sky's frustration. Jack destroys Bluehead, but suddenly an unseen creature sends in a giant robot. Kruger sends in A Squad to take care of it with their Megazord. In deep space, Piggy delivers the proton accelerator to Emperor Grum. It allows Grum to go through the wormhole. Kruger is proud of the Rangers, but they disobeyed his orders when they didn't bring him the proton accelerator directly. Jack and Z as well have to make up for their crimes. Since they weren't malicious, they're given community service washing windows. A mysterious creature watches on ominously. This is another remarkable episode of SPD, easily one of the strongest premieres for any season in the series. I like Jack and Z's development throughout these two episodes. Z has found purpose, but Jack is overly excited in battle, implying he still has some maturing to do before truly becoming a leader. Sky's frustration in not being picked to be a Red Ranger is doubled when he sees Jack, a criminal in his eyes, get the rank instead. This is a unique dynamic most other seasons don't have. How will Sky deal with this as the season progresses? Rick, the robot dog, is introduced. He's clunky and makes weird noises. Not much more to him at this point. We get a good look at Emperor Grum, and I don't think he fits the aesthetic of the show. His design is fine for a magic jungle-dwelling wizard witch doctor or something. Not so much a planet-conquering alien warlord. He has a bone motif, and his horns took influence from Maleficent, the evil witch from Disney's Sleeping Beauty, according to Greg Aranowitz, a producer, writer, director on SPD. We still don't learn much about Grum. At this point, he appears to just be a generic growly bad guy who's a bad guy just because. Maybe the ominous creature from the end is the true villain. Piggy is introduced, and I like Piggy. His first appearance here establishes him as a villain, but we don't quite know his full story yet. I know later on he becomes more of kind of playing both sides type of character. We learn Boom apparently flunked out of Ranger training, which given what we've seen is, I don't know, kind of hard to believe from me. You have Sid on the team. You have two criminals off the street as Rangers, but somehow Boom not allowed? I guess he's too clumsy? Well, then why make him a weapons tester, then? Wouldn't that be exponentially more dangerous to everyone around him? Who is the mysterious creature who sent in the giant robot? What does he have planned for the Rangers? Is he allied with Grum? The A Squad makes a brief appearance. They're never seen unmorphed throughout these two episodes. I love the new music. It's so nice to finally get a break from Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder's overbearing stock music.
I like the new SPD uniforms. They look so much better with some color added in.
So this was a great conclusion to the premiere, and I'm really looking forward to what's next. I'm real I'm cautiously optimistic. I really liked these beginning episodes, but from what I remember in the past, one of the big reasons I didn't care for SPD that much was because these initial episodes were so good. They set up all these really big things, cool characters, mysteries, and then it all just kind of drops, and they just copy Deca Ranger, and it doesn't fit. And it's a similar thing to Dino Thunder, where the premiere was freaking amazing. I loved it, despite little nitpicks here and there. When I remember, most of SPD doesn't really have truly bad episodes. There's the team ups with Dino Thunder are pretty bad. They're big slogs. There's Perspective, which was like their Rashomon, where something happens and everyone's telling it from their perspective, but they're kind of out of character while doing it. It's the type of thing that really required some tighter, control over the characters, I think. Then there's some episodes that just have terminology issues, like, was it Cyborg? Where the girl isn't really a cyborg, she's like an android, but they keep calling her a cyborg, and it doesn't really make any sense if she's a whatever. I'm rambling now. So yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
We can not be the programming this not right away, but later, maybe after we check it out first, get a little once over.
Yeah, it's against regulations.